And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Washington Nationals and the Los Angeles Angels.
And now,
first pitch coming your way next.
Los Angeles Angels.
So, almost ready to get underway. And our pitcher in this game, Jose Soriano. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Up now for Washington, C.J. Abrams. That one inside. Look out. Out to short. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Here's the left fielder, James Wood. Nobody out, runner at first. And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. And now it's Luis Garcia. There's a 1-1.
That's inside ball.
Runner on the go. In the air, left field. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Into second, and he's got a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Next pitch is outside. Abrams at third. Garcia over at second with one down. Base hit. One run is in. Throw comes in and holds a runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only one away.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. The pitch. That's a little bit low.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
And a swing and a miss there.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. He can either strike this guy out or get ground ball, double play.
That one to first. One at second. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Angel Stadium, and on the hill, the big righty, Jake Irvin.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
We go to the bottom of the first. Now a chance for Luis Rengifo. Fly ball down the line. Hauls it in for the out. One away. Okay, let's check out the lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Taylor Ward.
And Boog, he's a big-time run producer for these guys, man. Leading the team in homers, runs batted in, doing damage on the regular, man. Making opposing pitchers just sweat out there. It's kind of fun to watch. Get ready for a show when he steps into the box.
One out, base is empty. Swings through that one, out in front that time.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
That misses the zone. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 gone.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
2 down, bases empty. Mike Trout, the next to hit for the Angels. Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Gone. He'll touch them all. It's 1-1. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself. At bat after at bat, he's that confident. Well, Boog, I feel like we're seeing more of this these days than we ever have before. You've got high velocities on the mound. You've got stronger hitters with really good pass to the baseball. So much power in this sport. Opposite field home run. I tell you what, I feel like I see at least one every day, and that was an incredible job to keep that ball fair.
Swings and misses. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even now at 1-1. Back in Anaheim, second inning set to go. Stepping in, Brady House. That missed by a lot. Ball 2. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
So up next, Dalen Lyle. That misses the zone, and a count 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson. A consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone. But once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game.
House gets his lead at first. Nobody out. High fly ball out to center field. Adele makes the play, and there's one away.
Batting 8th, catcher Riley Adams.
And now Riley Adams. The 1-1 is fouled off. That one misses, and the count is 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's downstairs and outside.
We got a full count.
Man at first, 1 away. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Gassed it right by him. Jacob Young digging in for the Nationals. And a ground ball to first. Boots it. Here's the tag, and he's out. And that'll do it. They get a leadoff single, but leave him stranded. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. All tied 1-1. And we're back. Here's the center fielder, Joe Adell. Chris, he's definitely going to finish the year with a new career high in homers. We just don't know how many he's going to hit quite yet. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Chop to third. House tosses to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Catcher Logan O'Hoppe.
Here's the power hitting catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. And Singy, we already know he's going to finish the season with a new career high in home runs. Next offering is fouled back. Tied up here in the early going. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Here's Lamont Wade Jr. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Angels held in check. Score remains deadlocked at 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the third inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, C.J. Abrams.
Ball, that's down.
You know, these Nationals doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Slap the other way, foul. And there's a ball.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
And now up for Washington, James Wood. Swing and a miss. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. That just misses. Now 2-2. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Ward makes the grab, 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Luis Garcia.
So 2 down now, and here is Luis Garcia. 2 out, space is empty. Bounce to the right. Gets it to first, and the inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. All tied 1-1. Back here at Angel Stadium as we go to the last of the third. So in now for the Angels, Christian Moore. Ball to strike. The pitch. That one
That's
missed.
the ball.
Fouls one off. 2-2. This one in the air. Garcia makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
The 1-1. Oh, he hit him.
You hit him.
And that got him pretty flush.
Now
Luis
batting,
Rengifo,
third
the next to hit
baseman,
for the Angels.
Luis Rengifo.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Not in time. He's safe.
Now batting, first baseman, Nolan Shallow.
First and second, 1 out. And the batter now, Nolan Schanuel. Kingery, the lead runner, out at second. Rengifo over at first with 1 away. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And that'll load the bases.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
And now batting, Mike Trout.
This at bat might not seem like a huge deal right now, but baseball is a game of moments, and what happens here could change everything.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and it gives them the lead in the third. It's 5-1. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. One big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that could be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He sees the opportunity, put a great swing on it, and now they're working with the lead.
1 down. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Taylor Ward. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Well, at least he's got a clean slate after that grand slam. Nothing to think about on the bases, so he can really go after the hitter and just approach this like it's a clean inning, get the outs that you need, and get back into the dugout.
Three and two. The pitch is outside. And ball 4.
Now batting, center
Man at first with 1 gone. Here's Joe Adell.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's tough.
Runner on the go. Swinging a foul straight back. 4 runs already in the frame here in the last half of the third. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that is a good eye on a pitch down low. And the count's even at 2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
And now 2-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Tracks it down for the out. Out number 2.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And here's the catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. But they leave their mark on the inning as we get another look at the grand slam. It's now a 5-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. As we go to the top of the fourth, at the plate, Nathaniel Lowe. And that one is downstairs. 2 balls and a strike.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. On the ground, right side. He made the pitcher earn that out after a long at bat.
Up next for Washington, the designated hitter, Josh Bell.
Here's Josh Bell.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Puts it away for the out.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Next to hit for the Nats, Brady House. Check swing, and he went. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. And downstairs.
Tough take right there. He swings at that more often than not.
And it remains 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And the Nationals gone in order. They're down here 5-1. Back in Anaheim. So here's Wade now. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, and he makes the catch. One up, one down.
Now batting, second baseman, Christian Moore.
Here's the second baseman, Christian Moore. Check swing, called strike. Movement in the bullpen, Mitchell Parker, the left-hander, up and throwing. Number 61, a right-hander, loosening up as well. That's down and in.
2-2.
Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Lyle going back, and he brings it into the warning track.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Angels, Scott Kingery. This one popped up. Low, under it, nabs it, and that is that. Angels go down 1-2-3. They lead this one though 5-1. Ready now for the 5th inning. Up now for Washington, Dalen Lyle. Now a screamer into the outfield. Adele hauls it in, and there's one away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And a big swing and a miss. Action in the pen down there. Jack Kachanowicz appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Burke, a left-hander, also throwing. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Move to first, and he's back in safely. Young off of first with 2 away. Falling behind 2-1. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close. Two outs. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So one left for Washington. They're down 5-1.
Now pitching for the
Back now to
Nationals.
start the bottom of the fifth and taking
Number
over on the mound.
61.
Number 61.
Brad
On for
Board.
the 30th time this year. Back to the top
And
of the
leading
Angels
off
lineup.
for the Hellos.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Luis Rengifo.
Luis Rengifo.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And now
That's the
2-2.
ball. Outside.
And that's in the
Count
dirt.
full.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Just couldn't catch up on the low 90s
Up next
fastball
for
right
the
there, and that's a result of a good job
First
of changing
baseman,
speeds.
Noel
Off-speed pitch on the one before, then sped him
Shallow.
up. Pitchers that don't throw real hard have to rely on location and mixing up the speeds. That wasn't the best location with the fastball, but clearly that wasn't the pitch he was looking for at the plate either.
And that'll get down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
Here's Trout. Next offering is fouled back. And now it's 1-2. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time. And now it's the
Now
Angels
batting,
cleanup batter,
left
Taylor
fielder,
Ward.
Taylor Ward.
That's off
Nope,
the
that's
inside
in.
corner. 2-1.
That's the ball.
Way to lay off that fastball
3-1.
up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Three-two. Sneaks through, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than
Up
that.
next
Pretty
for the
tough for the infielders
Angels.
to do anything with
Center
that one. He
fielder,
pulled it
Joe
hard into the outfield, and
Adele.
even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
First and second, 2 outs. And next for L.A., Joe
Right field.
Adele. Swing and a miss at a
1-2.
slider. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. 2 left on. We're through 5. Angels 5 and the Nats 1.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
Angels.
and they make a change to start the
Number
6th.
41.
The new pitcher, Jack Kachanowicz.
They know that he can get
Kachanowicz.
a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
So digging in,
Leading off
James
for the
Wood.
Nationals, left fielder James Wood.
Base knock right field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, second baseman Luis Garcia.
And now up for Washington, Luis Garcia. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, could be two. The underhand flip. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
In the dirt, activity in the bullpen. Connor Brogdon up and loosening in the pen. Next pitch is downstairs.
Oh, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Foul ball there. Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Now batting.
Josh Bell at the plate now.
Josh Bell.
Two outs.
Backdoored him with the breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Got a full count.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
So up next, Brady House. Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. The throw in. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the Angels catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
1 and 2 is the count.
That one in the dirt. It's 2 and 2. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Mitchell Parker, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Pitch misses there, and now it's 3 and 2.
Full count.
And down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
So digging in, Lamont Wade Jr. That one outside,
that's a
and
ball.
it's 2 and 1. Ripped to right. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Now batting, second baseman, Christian Moore.
So 2 down now, and here is Christian Moore. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. Breaking ball misses down and away. swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that is that. We go to the top of the seventh. Up now for Washington, Dalen Lyle.
Number 51.
And foul ball. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it, on to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Riley Adams digging in for the Nationals. Tosses to first. That's the second out. And now, Jacob Young. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Ball four, tried another curve, but couldn't locate it.
You can stomach a two-out walk to certain players, but with his speed, this guy out there on the base pass, it could turn into 2 or 3 bases.
Here's C.J. Abrams now. Young leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
Hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it.
Now pitching for
We're
Washington.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh.
52.
Ryan Ludus. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Scott Kingery up to
leading
him.
off for the Hellos, the shortstop.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
That one way inside. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Just missing there. 3-2 now. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. So now 3-2. Lifted in the air, right center field. Lyle on the move to the gap. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, first baseman, Nolan.
2 down, bases empty.
Schanuel.
And now Nolan Schanuel. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Angels go quietly there. They're up 5-1.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the Angels.
back, and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the 8th.
46.
Brock Burke.
And he's had a struggle so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
James Wood
Leading off
digging in for the Nationals.
Left fielder.
This kid
James
picked up in a
Wood.
trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. One and two here. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one back there. Makes the catch, gliding onto the warning track.
Now back, second baseman, Luis Garcia.
Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. The Nats down by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty.
Well, really nice job of finishing the hitter off right there. Glove side command, fastball firm to the outside corner. Tell you what, very difficult to do anything with that pitch, even if you do swing.
Two outs, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe. Sinker gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball right side, Moore. That's out number 3. Bottom of the 8th. Here's Mike Trout. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Swing and a miss.
1 and 2's the count.
Fights that one away, still 1 and 2. And that's a little bit high.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That's off the mark. Ball 3.
Count is full.
That one misses.
Ball
So a
4.
leadoff walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Man at first. Taylor Ward digs in now. Next offering misses down and away. Trout aboard here at first with nobody out. Next offering is in for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
And now the center fielder, Joe Adell.
Center fielder, Joe Adell.
Ludus picks to first. And diving back is Trout. And strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
No,
just misses the mark outside the zone.
2 and 2.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Logan O'Hoppe, the next to hit for the Angels. In there. And so now 1 and 2.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
And that one hammered back there. It's a bomb. That one felt good. His 18th home run of the season, and they add to their lead. It's 7-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Now, Lamont Wade Jr. Gets under it and pops it up. Abrams. That is the inning. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. Last chance coming up here for the Nationals. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Action in the pen down there. Connor Brogdon up and throwing. Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
This isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
Here's the third baseman, Brady House.
Brady House.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, that would have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. Last chance for the Nats in this one. Now it's the right fielder, Dalen Lyle. Ground ball to short, and this ought to do it. Throw to first in time, and this one is over. And the Angels take this one in a blowout.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
And a 7-1 finish in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.